What if I told you that a tiny, 5-inch shift in your posture could be quietly sabotaging your brain's performance every single day? We've all been there. You're zoned in on a project, staring at your screen, and you suddenly snap to attention, realizing your head has crept forward and your shoulders have slumped. We just shake it off, right? A normal side effect of modern work. You stretch, roll your shoulders, and then, you're right back in that same position 2 minutes later. But what if this habit is more than just a pain in the neck? What if it's the real reason for that afternoon brain fog, those tension headaches, and that feeling of being totally drained long before your day is even over? And what if the key to unlocking more mental energy wasn't in another cup of coffee or some expensive supplement, but in something you already do 20,000 times a day, breathing? The ideas I'm about to share have roots in ancient practices, but today, we can see them through the sharp lens of modern neuroscience. We're now understanding how this text neck posture kicks off a chain reaction that messes with everything from your stress levels to your focus. So, I'm not just going to show you why this 5-inch habit is such a big deal. I'm going to guide you, step by step, through a simple but incredibly powerful breathing technique you can use anywhere. This isn't about forcing yourself into perfect posture. It's about using your breath to reset your entire system from the inside out, releasing the chronic tension that's holding you hostage, and creating the perfect environment for your brain to fire on all cylinders. Stick with me, because this could completely change how you feel and function, every single day. First, let's get a handle on the problem itself. This isn't about shaming our posture. It's about acknowledging a silent epidemic that's a direct result of our screen-filled, desk-bound lives. So what exactly is this 5-inch habit? The clinical term is forward head posture. Here's a way to think about it: your head is like a 10 to 12 pound bowling ball. When it's balanced right on top of your spine, your muscles are relaxed and everything's cool. Now, there's a popular rule of thumb that for every inch your head drifts forward, the strain on your neck muscles effectively increases by about 10 pounds. While the exact physics are complex, the principle is dead on: the further your head drifts, the harder your muscles have to work. A 2-inch tilt forward, and your neck is suddenly trying to support the equivalent of a 32-pound head. 3 inches. 42 pounds. For many of us, this isn't a brief strain, it's our default posture for 8, 10, even 12 hours a day. The muscles in your neck and shoulders are fighting a losing battle with gravity they were never meant to wage for so long. That's why you get those stubborn knots in your shoulders and those tension headaches that wrap around the base of your skull. It's a direct result of muscular overload. But the consequences don't stop there. Posture isn't just about your muscles, it's deeply connected to your nervous system. Your posture is how your brain understands where your body is in space, a sense called proprioception. When your head is constantly out of alignment, the feedback your brain gets from the joints and muscles in your neck becomes distorted and noisy. Your brain has to work overtime just to keep you upright, an effort that drains your mental battery and dulls your cognitive edge. This creates a domino effect. The forward head pulls on the upper back, causing it to round. The rounded shoulders then compress the chest. This whole pattern of collapse isn't just about slouching. It's a structural shift that messes with the very mechanics of how you function, right down to how you breathe. And that's where we find both the problem and the solution. Let's go deeper. How does this posture actually hijack your energy and mental clarity? First, the breathing link. Try something with me right now. Deliberately slouch. Let your head fall forward, round your shoulders, and let your chest collapse inward. Now, try to take a deep, full, satisfying breath. It feels stuck, right? That's not in your head. When you slouch, you physically compress your chest cavity. This makes it harder for your main breathing muscle, the diaphragm, to do its job. Your body then switches to a less effective backup plan, shallow chest breathing. Instead of deep, calming belly breaths, you start taking short, rapid breaths using the smaller muscles in your neck and shoulders. This inefficient breathing pattern can limit your lung capacity. Over a day, this means you're not getting the most out of each breath. Your brain is an oxygen-guzzling organ. While this posture won't cause severe oxygen deprivation, it can absolutely compromise the efficiency of your body's oxygen delivery system, leaving you feeling foggy and thinking at less than your full potential. Next, let's talk about your nervous system. Running through your neck is the vagus nerve, the superhighway of your rest and digest system. This is what calms you down. Forward head posture doesn't pinch this nerve, but it does create an environment of constant, low-grade tension right where this crucial nerve pathway lives. Think of it as creating neurological noise. The constant strain in your neck muscles is a form of stress that your nervous system has to deal with. This can make it harder for your body to shift into that calm, restorative state. Instead, you can get stuck in a low-level fight or flight mode, leaving you feeling anxious and on edge. This is where breathing comes in. Studies show that techniques focusing on a long, slow exhale are a powerful way to stimulate the vagus nerve, which is linked to better stress resilience and mood. So let's connect the dots. You're at your desk, head forward. Your breathing is shallow and inefficient. The muscles in your neck are tight, creating a stressful environment for your nervous system. Recent studies from 2025 have shown that holding this posture actually increases brain activity and cognitive load. Your brain has to work harder just to maintain function. It's no wonder that by 3 p.m., you feel foggy and drained. It's not that the posture itself is making you dumber, it's that it creates a collection of symptoms, discomfort, inefficient breathing, and nervous system stress, that rob your brain of the resources it needs to perform at its best. At this point, you're probably thinking, okay, I get it. Slouching is bad. And you'll try what we all try, you'll yank your shoulders back, puff out your chest, and hold this rigid, military-style posture. You might last 2 minutes. 5, if you're really determined. But the second you get distracted, you're right back where you started. This is the big myth of posture correction, that it's just a problem of willpower. We think if we just try harder, or do more exercises, we can conquer our slouch. But that approach usually fails because it completely ignores the root of the problem. Forward head posture isn't just a muscle habit, it's a deeply wired neurological and respiratory pattern. Trying to fix a neurological pattern with brute force is like trying to fix a software bug by yelling at your monitor. It doesn't work because you're operating on the wrong level. Your nervous system has learned that this forward head position is normal. Your breathing has adapted to this compressed state. Forcing your muscles to hold a different shape is exhausting, unsustainable, and it doesn't fix the underlying issue. The real, lasting solution has to come from the inside out. It's about retraining your nervous system and re-establishing an efficient breathing pattern. When you change your breathing, you send a powerful signal of safety to your brain through the vagus nerve. This allows the chronic tension in your neck and shoulders to finally let go, not because you're forcing it, but because the alarm bell has been turned off. Once that tension releases, finding a more balanced posture becomes almost effortless. It becomes your new normal. So, let go of the idea that you need to fight your body. Instead, we're going to learn to speak its language, the language of the breath. Okay, so we know the problem, we know why, just sit up straight doesn't work, and now it's time for the fix. I call this the axial breathing technique, named for the axis of your spine. The goal here is simple: use your breath to create length and calm along that central line. This technique weaves together principles from ancient breathwork with what modern science tells us about the nervous system. We're going to use a three-phase process to calm the nervous system, release that deep-seated muscle tension, and gently guide your head back home. Let's do it. Phase 1, Axial Alignment Awareness, the foundation. First things first, you can't fix a pattern you can't feel. Find a comfortable seat, feet flat on the floor. Close your eyes and, without any judgment, just notice how you're sitting right now. Feel the contact points, the tension in your jaw, your neck, your shoulders. Now, imagine a string attached to the very crown of your head, gently and effortlessly lifting you toward the ceiling. This isn't a yank, it's a feeling of lightness. Feel the space it creates between each bone in your neck. Imagine your spine getting longer. As you do this, let your chin tuck slightly and naturally, as if you're holding a small piece of fruit under your chin. This lengthens the back of your neck right where all that tension loves to hang out. Let your shoulders melt down and away from your ears. Unclench your jaw. Just sit with this feeling for a moment. You're grounded through your seat but lifted through your head. This is axial alignment. It's not stiff, it's long and relaxed. This is our new home base. Phase 2, the 4-7-8 diaphragmatic wave, the engine. Now that we have the alignment, let's turn on the engine, your breath. We'll use the well-known 4-7-8 pattern, but we're going to sync it with our body to supercharge its effects. Here's how it works: inhale quietly through your nose for 4 seconds, hold gently for 7, and exhale slowly through your mouth for 8. That long exhale is the secret sauce. Research shows that extending your exhalation is one of the fastest ways to stimulate your vagus nerve. A slow exhale tells your brain, everything is safe, triggering the rest and digest response that lets your body and muscles relax. Let's try it. From your aligned posture, exhale all the air out. Now, inhale through your nose for 4. Feel the breath start deep in your belly, then expand your ribs, and finally your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gently hold for 7. This is a calm pause, not a tense clench. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, the release. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 8, making a soft, whoosh sound. As you exhale, imagine the tension in your neck and shoulders just melting away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's one cycle. Let's do 3 more together. Inhale through the nose, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale and whoosh it out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Feel that release. Again. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest, 4. Hold gently, 7. Exhale and let it all go, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one. Deepest one yet. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And a long, slow exhale, emptying it all out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now just sit for a second. Notice how you feel. A little calmer. A tingling in your hands. That's your nervous system responding in real time. Phase 3, vagal tone amplification, the boost. This final phase is a simple tweak to amplify the calming effect. The vagus nerve is connected to the muscles in your throat and your vocal cords. We can gently stimulate it with vibration. On your next 4-7-8 breath, when you get to the 8-second exhale, I want you to hum instead of whooshing. A low, gentle humming sound for the entire exhale. Let's try 1. Inhale for 4. Hold for 7. Now, hum as you exhale for 8. Feel that subtle vibration in your throat and chest. That's a direct, physical nudge to your vagus nerve, enhancing the relaxation you've already started. After a few rounds of breathing, you can add some gentle movement. On an exhale, slowly let your right ear drift toward your right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, and let your left ear drift to your left shoulder. Always move slowly, syncing the movement with that long, relaxed exhale. This helps to gently release any tension the breath has started to soften. This whole process can take as little as 5 minutes, but the feeling of calm and clarity can last for hours. Knowing the technique is one thing, but actually using it is where the change happens. Here's a simple game plan to weave this into your life. Remember, this is about progress, not perfection. Week 1, the foundation of awareness, 5 minutes a day. For the first week, just focus on phase 1. Twice a day, maybe once in the morning and once in the afternoon, take 5 minutes. Find your axial alignment, imagine that string lifting your head, and just focus on breathing deep into your belly. Don't even worry about the 4-7-8 count. Just build the awareness. What to notice? You'll probably start catching yourself slouching more often, which is a great sign. You might also feel that the background tension in your neck has dialed down a notch. Week 2, installing the engine, 10 minutes a day. In week 2, keep doing your twice-a-day practice, but now fully integrate phase 2. After finding your alignment, do 5 to 10 cycles of the 4-7-8 breath. Really focus on making that 8-second exhale as smooth and complete as possible. Visualize the tension melting away. Potential changes: by actively toning your vagus nerve, you might notice you feel calmer in situations that would normally stress you out. Many people find their sleep improves. Your focus during the day might feel more stable. Week 3, amplifying the effect, 10 to 12 minutes a day. Now, you bring it all together. During your practice, after a few rounds of the standard 4-7-8 breath, add in phase 3. Do several cycles with the humming exhale. Feel that vibration. Then, finish with a few of those slow, mindful neck tilts, always synced with your exhale. What you might experience: by now, this whole practice should feel much more natural. You might find yourself sitting and standing taller without even thinking about it. Your resilience to stress could be noticeably higher. You may feel more centered and in control of your mental state. You've been consistently creating an internal environment of safety for your nervous system. We've gone from a simple, 5-inch head drift to the deep inner workings of our nervous system. We've seen how this one common habit is tied to how we breathe, how we feel, and how we think. But the biggest takeaway is this: you hold the power to change it. The solution isn't a frustrating, endless battle with your own body. It's about a mindful reconnection. By using your breath, this incredible tool you carry with you 24/7, you can influence your own physiology from the inside out. You can calm your nervous system, release ancient layers of tension, and give your brain the clear, calm environment it needs to do its best work. So here's my challenge to you: try it. Just once. Right now, when this video is over. Take 3 minutes and do 5 cycles of the breath. That's it. Just see how you feel. And if you want to go even deeper on more techniques that bridge the gap between body and mind for peak performance, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss what's next. Finally, I want to hear from you. Leave a comment below and let me know how your first try with the axial breathing technique felt. What did you notice? Your story helps everyone in this community learn. Thanks for investing this time in yourself. Thank you for watching.